What's up, guys? I know I made a video the other day bitching about work and money and Uber and everything, and today I wanted to make a brief video bitching at you, the customer. Because I gave Uber hell the other day, but you know who I didn't give hell? The entitled pigs that I have to breathe the same air as, that think it's okay for you to use your own equipment, own time, and own gas to deliver them their 10,000 calorie meal, fucking grease coursing through their veins, and then want to call you an asshole for expecting a tip. Look, Uber, I can understand why on rideshare you wouldn't tip. I still think you should, but I at least understand why you wouldn't. On Uber, it's their responsibility to pay the driver for the mileage and the whatnot. And delivery, though, food delivery, why would Uber or DoorDash be the one to pay the driver? How would they make a profit at all from a business perspective to pay the drivers to deliver you to the food, right? Like, with food delivery, I'm providing you a service. I am using my car, my equipment. It is no different whenever a painter comes and paints your house, right? He uses his equipment. He uses his time. He gives you his price. Y'all agree to it, and he comes in and he paints your house. With Uber Eats or Rideshare or DoorDash or Grubhub, it is the same thing. Stop looking at it as a tip, because it is payment. It is, you set this price, I agree to this price, and then I deliver your food with my vehicle and my gas and my expenses. That's how that works. So when you don't tip, you're essentially saying, I expect this service for free. And then whenever you don't get that service, or even if you do, even if some kind, gentle soul is like, you know what, hey, I do this 10 hours a week. I'm just out here trying to get out of the house. I'll do it. And you are able to take advantage of somebody giving you their fucking kindness when you don't deserve it. You still have the gall to say some stupid shit like get a better job, or I'm not entitled to tip until after the service, or blah blah, because you're too stupid to understand the actual service that you're using. Your tip is not a tip. It is a bid on a service. The highest tip, the best service goes to the highest bidder, right? The more you tip, the faster and warmer and better taken care of your food will be. I can understand that inbred argument of not wanting to tip until after service. I get that one. I actually think that's a valid point. But this isn't going to a fucking table and having a waiter that fucking greets you and takes care of you and gives you an experience for 30 minutes, right? This is just somebody dropping off food. If you tip more, you're gonna get your food faster. And like I said, we need to take out the word tip, because it's not tip. The guy that delivers to you is not getting paid. Your tip is the payment. It is your bid for his service, for his time, and his vehicle. And whenever you say, get a real job, not only does that tell me that you're too stupid to comprehend what a job actually is, but it tells me that you blame the driver instead of yourself for being a fucking cunt, and that's a problem. Yes, I said the C word in front of my daughter. The fact you care more about that than the subject at hand is my fucking point here. You guys are awful people. You know, whenever rideshare is slow, I should be able to flip to Uber Eats if I want to, but I have Uber Eats turned off, because I have never seen an order on there worth taking. It is all legitimately $3 for 10 miles. Okay, $3 for 10 miles. 10 miles straight out? Okay, so 20 miles. So let's see. Gas is 3.1 a gallon. My car gets 30 miles to the gallon. So that ends up costing like $2.75 for me to do that trip. And it's $3. So you want me to deliver to you for 25 cents and 45 minutes of my time, and then the only thing your dumb inbred brain can come up with is get a better job if you don't like it? No, the job is fine. It's the idiots like you that can't comprehend the service you're using that are the fucking problem. Tip your fucking driver. Stop even I can't stand that it's used as the word tip, because it's not. It's the payment. Pay your driver. If a driver is delivering food to you, your tip is his payment. He isn't getting paid. Okay? That, like, newsflash. He's getting paid anyway. No, he's not. Your tip is his payment. He is an independent contractor, just like somebody doing construction on your fucking home. It's just a faster, smaller scale type service. So your brain explodes at that concept, and you treat it like it's a waiter. I don't know if it's ignorance and just not understanding the service, or if it's just pure I'm a better than you asshole that lives in a hotel and doesn't want to tip you, or what the fucking deal is. But I cannot believe the amount of bullshit that I've seen tonight. I did DoorDash for 1.5 years, and the good customers, man, the good people out there, God, they keep you going, because for every one person that gets it, there's 10 that don't. And then they turn around and they call you entitled. If you're not willing to pay to deliver to this person, you're entitled. Not me. I'm not entitled for expecting you to pay to deliver to me. No, that's not entitlement. That's not what that word means. I could never be entitlement. I could never look at myself in the mirror and admit fault. No. It's you. You expecting a tip for the service you provided me? Wow. I'm gonna go call daddy and ask him for more allowance money, and the next DoorDash driver I get, I'm gonna take my anger out on. I'm gonna leave a little note there in the instructions, and I'm gonna smart off. I'm gonna leave the light off whenever you get here to deliver, and then I'm gonna turn it on as you leave, so cause my brain dead brain. I'm so fucking triggered, man. I just worked 8 hours to make $60. Do you know how shitty that is?
Well, get a better job, Jeremy. Get a better...
How? Despite the fact that I'm smarter than you and can work you into the ground, how? Like, it's not the job that's bad. If everybody tipped just $5, or like if you know you live 15 miles away and that somebody's got to drive 30 miles total to be sure that you get your food, tip accordingly. Okay, well, this guy's going to have to drive 30 miles. It's probably going to take him an hour, so I would like to tip him at least 10, maybe 15. In my opinion, you should tip 20, but that's me being a little bit of a beggar. That's what I would personally do, would tip 20, just because I'm good with fucking numbers and would know that's what it would take for that person's time. Otherwise, you're making less than minimum wage. But even if you were to tip 10 for that, I could still see, like, I'm not dogging you. That's a decent tip for that amount of time. I could see why you would think that that is a decent tip, right? And then I know you're getting heckled with all these charges and fees that you think are going to the driver and that shit. Believe me, I fucking get that. But you know who the problem there is? Not me. The fucking company, man. The company that screws you and I over. That slashes rates and hikes up prices anytime they fucking can. But the fact that I have to leave Uber Eats turned off because it is that bad is insane to me. I should be able to leave it on and then I'd be busy all night. Pick up my customers, do rideshare, do some deliveries. But no, I literally have to leave it off or it slashes my acceptance rate because 3 for 12 miles, 3 for 10 miles. Hey, would you like a double stack order, $8 for 16 miles? It's only gonna take an hour. No, I wouldn't. Thank you very much. You guys are fucking inbreds if you think that's okay. And here pretty soon, something's gonna give. Because it's not going to happen like in New York and Seattle. There is no tipping on DoorDash, I believe. Not on Uber Eats either. I don't know if Uber Eats is part of that or not. They pay like an hourly rate now, and I think it's like 30 an hour, 35 an hour. Do you want to know whose pocket that's coming out of? Yours, Mr. Entitled, Mr. Get a Better Job. That's what's going to end up happening, is drivers are going to be forced to work for such low wages that eventually, like Seattle and New York, that's how it's going to be all over. They're just going to start paying drivers, tips are going to be done away with, and they're going to hike up fees like they did in Seattle and New York, and that's going to come out of your fucking pocket. So when you could have just tipped $5 and taken care of your driver, now you have to pay more in fees. Eat shit. You deserve it. Fuck you. I'm tired of working for less than minimum wage because some fucking idiot like you that probably spreads it for OnlyFans thinks that I deserve that somehow, some way. As if I chose this. As if I woke up one day and was like, yes, I want to drive Uber for a living. That was my dream. God damn it. Too bad I don't have daddy to give me $100,000 so I could go to college, right, guys? Well, I get a better job. I did it, right? No, your C-average ass didn't. You were fucking handed everything you have. I don't know anybody with that mentality that has ever worked a day in their life, and that's just the truth. I have never met a person in my life who has ever fucking said, get a better job, or one of the other quotes that I've said in this video so far, who has ever actually worked. The working class is the trust fund class. You don't get to fucking take that title. Y'all don't work for a living. You sit around and you mope about what shirt you're gonna fucking wear that day, and then you go talk shit about society, then you go suck off Trump for a little while, slap a Let's Go Brandon fucking sticker on the back of your pickup, and then you act like you did everything yourself your entire life, when the only thing you've ever done is bring kids into this world that are gonna turn out to be as stupid as you. Let's give him a round of applause, guys. Let's give him a round of applause. Yeah, how ironic that I have a kid here for this moment. She's gonna be fucking brilliant, dude. Because I'm gonna make sure of it. Because I'm gonna work my ass off. I'm gonna show her how to grind and how to fucking put your best foot forward and how to keep going despite idiots like you guys that do nothing but try to drag everybody the fuck down. Stop using services and expecting it for free. Stop ordering delivery. Hey, you know, the last time I ate out, I actually got some McDonald's 2 days ago. You want to know? That was the first time I have bought fast food in over a year. Yeah, crazy, right? There's this thing. I don't know if you knew this. Actually, let's get in close here. Let's get in close and personal here. There's this thing called a kitchen. And in a kitchen, right, there's usually these things called utensils, pots and pans and whatnot. A pot is usually taller than a pan, right? A pan's flat. They're amazing devices. See, the stove, which is that square thing that you see with the knobs and the little burners, right? You turn those knobs and it makes these burners heat up, right? And then you get these utensils, these pots and pans. You put it on that burner and you usually put food in it and you can cook your own food. Did you know that? Did you know that? Like, and that big square thing, and that's called a refrigerator. That's where it holds the food, keeps it fresh. So you can actually just, I don't know, get off your ass and cook. right? I mean, hey, that's a crazy thing. I do it every day after working 12 fucking hours. I come home and cook and then do the dishes the same night. But your dumb fucking ass orders fucking McDonald's for the 15th time this week, then tells your driver about how entitled they are for expecting a tip as you go to barely fucking function and fail to even throw your wrapper away. You are nothing. I want you to know that. Like, yeah, sure, you might have more money than me. You might be able to tell drivers and shit on them and act like you're something even though all you did was marry a wallet. Y'all are nothing, dude. Nothing. Like, what is money with that kind of attitude? I would rather be the brokest me than the richest you. If I were to ever be somebody that was wealthy, that actually looked at the world in that lens, dude, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine being that ignorant. Just that fucking arrogant and, what's the word? Yeah, entitled. Entitled, the ones you guys like to use. The one where you just literally expect people to be your servants and basically do everything for free. It's amazing, actually, how many of you there are. There's more people that expect free service than there are that don't, and that's kind of crazy to me. I actually thought on Uber I would get tipped a lot because, I don't know, it's a more personal, they're in your car, you're talking, you're chatting. I just kind of figured there'd be more tips, but at least Uber pays, decently to, or did before they fucking cut wages in half. Now it is definitely way more reliant on tips. But my point that I'm trying to make here, guys, is if you don't want to tip, don't use the service. It's not that hard. If I don't have enough money to tip, I don't go out to eat. I don't just go out to eat anyway and then look at my waiter and go, well, you're entitled for expecting me a tip. Actually, tipping, that's vote Trump. I don't know. I don't know why I blurted that out. Just vote Trump. I don't need to tip, but Trump. Trump. I fucking hate breathing the same air as all of you. You all suck. It's not going to get any better because you all reproduce. Stop using services and expecting them for free. Stop eating out to eat just so you can stinge over your server who did nothing but treated you with respect. If your server was an asshole and he sucked and genuinely was a bad server, then yeah, don't tip him. But no, man, I've waited tables before. I know how it is. The people that are the most demanding, that send you back to the kitchen 30 different fucking times, that you're absolutely polite to, meet their every fucking need, those are the same people that all of a sudden, I didn't get chocolate on this banana split. Yes, you did. I made it myself. I know you got chocolate on that banana split. Oh, well, no, I didn't. Yeah, I know you did, because I made it myself. I'm sorry, your lie's not gonna work. Oh, that server back there who didn't let me get my free shit? Yeah, well, he was bad, and I left him with no tip, even though I sat my fat cunt at his table for an hour and a half, got everything I needed as fast as humanly possible, but because I wasn't able to lie to get free stuff, he was a horrible waiter. Now I'm going to go online and I'm going to talk about entitlement now. Bye. Dude, the service industry is rough, man. Like, you guys are so full of yourselves, and you literally couldn't even fucking put together this table. I mean, you're all idiots. And you treat people, anytime you get the chance to treat people like they're beneath you, you will. And the service industry, which is probably going to be done away with in 50 years. I mean, we're probably all going to be taken over by robots, and then y'all will be bitching about that. I mean, I loved how everybody... I've never personally worked in fast food. God bless the people that do. That's the one job I have always refused to do. Because if you scream at me over $1 McDouble while I'm making minimum wage, I will fuck you up. With serving tables, I can kiss some ass if I walk out with $300-400 a night. Making minimum wage, working that hard, which is funny that y'all call it minimal skill work, because it's work I know half of you couldn't comprehend. Not gonna get into skill levels, like, anyway, where was I going? Yeah, you scream at me over a McDouble when I'm making minimum wage and I will fucking lose it. So yeah, I've never done fast food. But I think it's funny how everybody treats fast food employees like shit. And then in my area, at least, there's a shortage of them because nobody wants to work them because they don't pay enough to get treated like that. And then now, anytime I'm picking up an order, doing a DoorDash thing or whatever, all I hear are people bitching about how nobody wants to work there. So you scream at everybody that does fast food and works and services you, and then whenever you tell them to get a better job and shit than they do, then you're like, God damn it, now I don't have enough people to whip me up my triple with cheese. Like, well, just tip your fucking driver. If you order DoorDash and you know you live 15 miles away, tip. If you ride with an Uber driver and he's driving you to fucking bumfuck all the way to a fucking airport 55 miles away, tip. If you go into a fucking restaurant, order a goddamn $1,000 bill and your server accommodated your every needs and fucking basically treated you with human decency and respect like he was supposed to, tip. But if you don't, if you use these services and then talk your way out of tipping and then try to act like you're the one that's in the right, you're not. You're an asshole. And I need you to understand that you're an asshole. Because without ever actually admitting it, then you will never be able to change it. And if you're never able to change it, then goddamn, living your entire life until you die, knowing that that's what you were on this earth, I gotta tell you, I know that 99% of y'all probably want to fucking kill yourselves that night. Just saying. Bye. You know, I just wanted to add real quick. I'm worried you're going to watch this video and all you're going to think is bitching. This guy, all he's doing, just bitching. Just self-loathing and just whining. There are literal people out there that only care about themselves, and that is my point. There are people out there that genuinely think they're above service workers. There are people out there that genuinely think that they are so important that they deserve free service. There are people out there that genuinely think they get to walk into a restaurant and scream over having to wait 5 minutes. There are people out there that do not give a fuck about your common man. And then they also go home and get on their knees tonight and pray to God for forgiveness and think after acting shitty all day that they're gonna get into heaven. And my fucking point is, dude, is customer service workers gotta put up with a lot. And we need to do better as a human race. How we treat people and how we care about people. We need to do better. Because y'all suck at it. From the way you drive, down to the way you act, to the way you always want to be right on Facebook, to everything, man. To your Let's Go branded bumper stickers. You know somebody died during that? That's all I can think. Anytime I hear the words Let's Go Brandon, that's all I think is somebody died. We're celebrating somebody dying. Not the freedom to carry. That's not what that's a celebration of. It's a celebration of somebody dying. Anybody walking down the street with a big gun would be looked at as a threat. There is nobody in this world, especially with all the mass shootings that have happened, that would see somebody walking around with an AK and not think that he was a threat. There is nobody that wouldn't think that. Do I think it was smart to attack him with the skateboard to fight a gun with a skateboard? No, I don't think that was smart at all. I think they should have called the cops or something. But my point is the motherfucker was obviously looking for trouble. And anytime I see a Let's Go Brandon bumper sticker, all I see is that you value your stupid little gun rights over somebody's lives. And I'm bringing this up as a point to make that y'all literally could give a fuck about yourself. This is the same group of people that also shows up at abortion clinics and claims to be pro-life. Let's Go Brandon, celebrating a death while arguing that you're pro-life. I fucking hate humanity, man. You all make me want to crawl into a little hole and never come out again unless I have to. Like, start treating people with some fucking respect, especially customer service workers that you pretend to be better in every day. Although you don't even know 2 + 2. You have no life skills. You're probably ugly as fuck. You probably got fucking grease going through your goddamn veins right now. White superior race, right? We are so superior, let me tell you. Without daddy's help and a tug, you would have never gotten to where you are today. Stop acting like you're big shit. Thanks.